Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me make sure I understand this. So this Shannon Sharpe lawsuit is not only just the beginning, but apparently there are other reports that are about to come out about Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe has already been let go from ESPN, and he just hasn't been told yet. And apparently his last episode was yesterday. But not only that, Stephen A. Smith knows about it, and he's happy about it?
Stephen A. Smith is a little bit scared that this is a bad look for him, and Stephen A. Smith has already admitted he's went to Diddy parties, and Stephen A. Smith is probably cutting checks. I mean, he probably ain't got Shannon Sharpe's problem, but who knows? These guys, birds of a feather flock together. Anybody that would hire and vouch for, hey, let's bring Shannon Sharpe over here. Let me bury my head in the sand and pretend like I'd never heard any of these stories about the problems Shannon Sharpe has had with women. Let's play SOT number 2.
I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that's why you're backpedaling. ESPN's going to gather as many facts as they can. News outlets are going to start reporting as many facts as they can. And a doo-doo storm is about to erupt and sweep Shannon Sharpe out. Shannon Sharpe appears on First Take on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's what they let him come on Tuesday and basically, in my view, do his final show. Because now he can disappear for the rest of this week without drawing attention. He's only on Mondays and Tuesdays. So he can disappear and try to spend the next 3 days perhaps trying to talk ESPN from firing him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that. When these little leaks and other stories that I believe, that I was told by journalists, are on the way, I think Stephen A. Smith knows what's about to happen. And now he's in full rear end kiss mode. All the bravados go, the chairman, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro. And I can tell you these things because Jimmy Pitaro gave me permission to. Toby B. Good Negro for ESPN and Jimmy Pitaro. Stephen A., I'm back in line. I got my $100 million contract, my $20 million a year. Jimmy Pitaro, tell me what to do, boss man. Full-blown backpedal. This is Stephen A. preparing for the worst, which is really the best, because I think Stephen A. is actually happy. Skip Bayless is dead at Fox Sports. Stephen A. is competing against, the facility, Emmanuel Acho and some other former NFL players. Not that I dislike them, but that show has no traction at Fox Sports. It's no threat. Skip Bayless is dead. Now he no longer needs Shannon Sharpe. He's dead. Shannon Sharpe was building a YouTube channel and a career that was going to surpass Stephen A. Smith. Shannon Sharpe was in line, the line that Stephen A. Smith wants to be in. Stephen A. Smith wants to be a late-night talk show host. Shannon Sharpe was positioning himself to be a late-night talk show host. He's more talented than Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is very happy with what's happening to Shannon Sharpe. You're not going to hear that anyplace else. And you'll be upset. And I know you've been programmed and brainwashed. Whitlock, he's terrible. He's the worst person in the world. Whitlock is trying to keep you ahead of the conversation. No different. 2 years ago, Stephen A. Smith's running for president. He's got this fake book out here. I'm trying to keep you ahead of the conversation. He's a fraud and a plant. His background story, his college career, it's all a fraud and a plant. And I tried to tell you, hey, be careful with Shannon Sharpe, man.
All right, guys, just real quick, before we get into the video, here are 3 quick reasons why you should not hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Number 1, if you hit the like button, you will be communicating to YouTube that you not only found this video enjoyable, but that they should also promote this video to more like-minded people such as yourself. Number 2, if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, you are likely to find hundreds of other videos just as enjoyable, if not even more enjoyable than this one. And lastly, if you hit that notification bell, you will be preventing YouTube from hiding my videos from you and notifying you every single time we make another post. I don't know, man. Like, I personally feel like, listen, for those of you who don't know, Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith do not get along. They haven't gotten along for a very long time. And by default, I don't believe that Jason Whitlock and Shannon Sharpe get along either. But you gotta wonder how much validity there is to what he just said. Because this is a guy who used to work with both Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe, and he understands and knows how it works when you're working for sports media on a corporate level. And he, to be fair, did include the Stephen A. Smith episode, which I believe is like on its way, if it hasn't reached 1 million views yet. It's definitely on its way to 1 million views, with Stephen A. Smith just reacting to the situation. And to be honest with you, when this story first came out, what I was thinking it was going to be, all right, a lawsuit, settle it out of court, get it out the way, because it's just going to taint his image and his brand. And he's on the verge of signing this $100 million, this supposed $100 million podcast deal. Listen, let's get this out the way. We got much more money to make. Let's just get this out the way and keep it moving. But now it's coming out that apparently, even though Shannon Sharpe said it was a shakedown, he also said in the same sense, his attorney has come out and said himself that they knew about this before it became public, and they offered the girl in the tens of millions of dollars, which she turned down.
Did you and Shannon offer to settle these accusations?
Yes, there was a settlement offer made by Mr. Sharpe. I will only generally say to you that it was in the tens of millions of dollars demanded by the plaintiff in return for her silence. That's under any definition commonly understood. That is blackmail. And Mr. Sharpe was willing to pay an amount in the tens of millions of dollars, but no final agreement could be reached. And we thought we were still in the middle of discussions when, without warning, the mediator, who's a retired judge, ourselves as lawyers, without any prior warning, still thinking that we were close to a final agreement, the plaintiff and her lawyer from Houston filed a case in Texas, publicly accusing my client of lies and willful, harmful lies by using the rape word when it was she knows, 100% knows. And the evidence will show that she knew that this was entirely consensual. So we were of the belief on our side that we had an agreement without any warning. Not even the mediator, who is a retired judge, was given a warning out of courtesy. This case was filed, and the public charges went throughout the media before we even knew that the discussions were over and the case had been filed.
So, girl, well, how much money are you making on OnlyFans? You turned down tens of millions of dollars, but that's not even my biggest problem. If it's a shakedown and there's no truth to this, why would you offer her that much money? I understand maybe it's not even worth the trouble. 500,000, maybe $500,000 is nothing for Shannon Sharpe. Send that her way, keep it moving. But to offer somebody tens of millions of dollars, I don't care how big your contract is, tens of millions of dollars, it just makes me wonder what other reports that could be coming out soon that Shannon Sharpe don't want to come out. And I don't want to make this episode about like as if I'm gossiping about it. It's not about gossiping. It's about, there's a lesson to be learned here. And it's more than just don't mess with 19-year-old OnlyFans girls because it's a recipe for disaster and it's just full of red flags. But there's a bigger lesson to be learned here. There's a way to go about doing things, man. And when you're talking about recording sex tapes and you openly on the telephone talking with people supposedly or allegedly talking to these women about choking them, even when they say they want to be choked. And listen, this is a teachable moment for all of us. And do I know or do I think that Stephen A. Smith is jealous of Shannon Sharpe and how successful his podcast has been and all this and the third, and was Shannon Sharpe next up to overtake or surpass Stephen A. Smith? I don't know, because Stephen A. Smith is at the #1 sports talk show for a very long time. And his YouTube channel is fairly popular as well. We all know that Shannon Sharpe is, has had the most viral interview in YouTube history. So that's one heck of an accomplishment. But Stephen A. Smith has been doing this a long time. So I don't know if he's jealous of Shannon Sharpe. I don't know. And I don't know if he's happy to hear about all of this happening. But I will say that after I saw that clip of him talking about the situation, I did feel a little weird about it. I'm like, sheesh. I feel like he took off for Jay-Z more than he did for Shannon. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I don't know, but this is crazy news, man. Y'all put in the comment section, give me your thoughts. I just wanted to bring this to you super late at night, but I wanted to bring this to you because I just received it and saw the news, and I was like, let me just see what you all think, and just really trying to just stay up to date with this situation, because I think this would be a teachable moment, not only for us as men, but for other people with Shannon Sharpe's notoriety and other people that are in his position or may be in his position one day on how to not fumble the bag. Y'all up in the comment section, give me your thoughts, man. Until next time, peace.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.